Bismillah. So, verses 51 to 73 of Surah Al-Ambiyaa is basically the story of Prophet Ibrahim when he was breaking the idols, or that's what the story I believe is most known for. Uh, so, something that I really found interesting was the dialogue between his father and his people. Um, he said to, in verse 52, it says, uh, he said to his father and his people, "What are these images which you are devoutly clinging?" They answered, "We found our fathers worshipping them." He said, "Certainly, you and your fathers have all been in the manifest error." And they said, "Are you expressing your true ideas before us, or are you just jesting?" He said, "Nay, but your Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, which he created, and to that I bear witness before you. By Allah, I shall certainly carry out my plan against your gods after you are gone." Then he broke them all into pieces. Uh, so in verse 60, it continues back to the dialogue. They said, "Who has done this to our gods? Surely he is one of the wrongdoers." Some of them said, "We heard a youth called Ibrahim speak ill of them. Um, Bring him then before the eyes of the people that they may see." They said, "Ibrahim, are you he who has done this to our gods?" He answered, "Rather, it was the Supreme One who has done it. Ask them if they can speak." They turned on themselves and said, "Surely it is you who are the wrongdoer." Then their minds were turned upside down, and they said, "You know well that they do not speak." Ibrahim said, Do you then worship beside Allah a thing that can neither benefit nor hurt you?" Uh, it uses an old word uh, for dislike, fi, upon you and upon all that you worship besides Allah. Do you have no sense? They said, "Burn him and come to the support of your gods if we are going to do anything." We said, "O fire, become coolness and safety for Ibrahim." Uh, and that's where the dialogue stops. But something that we notice from the dialogue is how Ibrahim was uh,
alayhi salam.
alayhi salam was very courageous and honest to his thoughts. Uh, I, from this story, gained a lot of perspective about the personality of Ibrahim,
Alayhi salam.
alayhi salam. Just like Prophet Musa alayhi salam is known for having a passionate personality, uh, Ibrahim to me appeared as though he had a very witty personality. Um, I choose the word witty because uh, of his famous line that was a half truth, which is later on why he didn't try to intercede on behalf of the Muslims or on the Day of Judgment. And his line didn't directly, it wasn't an actual lie, but it stated something in a roundabout way. And it brought attention to the problem that Ibrahim wanted to bring attention to. And Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was very brave for stating this. Like, imagine going up to a bunch of people that you know, that you've been friends with, or that your family's friends, and saying that what you're doing is wrong. I think it would take a lot of bravery to do that. And even when Prophet Ibrahim was thrown in the fire, um, he stayed calm, alhamdulillah. And it was a miracle that, of course, Allah bestowed upon him. But it was a miracle, but the miracle itself, it took a lot of bravery to go through, to be thrown into a fire and not like scream or yell or anything like that. Would take a lot of bravery. So from this story, we learn two major things about Prophet Ibrahim's personality. Firstly, that he had a lot of wit. I like to think of Prophet Musa as a passionate prophet from his stories. I also, just like that, I think of Prophet Ibrahim as a very clever prophet and brave as well. Subhanallah.